Oh hi, I'm Eva. I thought today maybe we could talk about my tattoos, and I'm only going to go over some of them because there's a lot and I don't feel like going through all of them because there's too many stories. But I thought we could start with like the most obvious one, you know, the one that's on my arm. It's perpetually visible to some extent. The reason I got this one is because of my dad. You might notice here that there is a spud wrench. It is a connecting wrench for iron workers. I got it for my dad and for other members of my family because most of my family is iron workers, so you live on with me even when you die. The roses around it were for me. I thought it would be kind of a nice balance between the lifestyle that I live in the trade and my family being in the trade and having all these masculine energies around me all the time, both at home and at work, and trying to, you know, find the beautiful things around it and in it and around myself and in me. So that was horribly poetic, but that's why I got that one. This one I should be finishing up this year. When I get my journeyman ticket, I will at least finish the upper band of it, so that'll be good. The lower band, well, is likely going to be something related to cameras and more roses, but we'll see as time goes by because it's very expensive to do a sleeve. My next tattoo you guys have seen parts of for years. Actually, you've probably seen the whole thing before, and it's this one. It's a tattoo on my chest. It says, "You were meant to lead the world." Why did I get a tattoo on my chest that says "You were meant to lead the world"? Well, let me tell you. When I was a youngin', I was seeing a boy, and one night we were smoking cigarettes and playing guitar outside, and we wrote a song together, and for years and years I loved it. There's something about it, like the content of it was really sad actually. The song was like kind of a goodbye. But I loved it. I loved the "You were meant to go, you were meant to lead the world, my dear." No, I didn't add the "my dear" to it, I just kept "You were meant to lead the world," and I don't know, some days I think I need to read that to feel like I'm gonna get where I need to be, you know? The other large tattoo that I have, I will show you. Give me a second. That tattoo on my leg was for my mom. It's a tattoo she wanted since she was like 13 years old but never got, so... Well, she was in very poor health and I was concerned that perhaps I would not get to have her in my life anymore. I got the tattoo just in case. And she pulled through all as well, and years later, she looked at my tattoo and was like, "I want the same one." So I took her to the artist who did mine and he did an identical tattoo for her. And in between those two times, my cousin was like, "I really like this." So she got one that's inspired by it, so the three of us have them on our calves. All of them are a little bit different. My mom has color in hers where I don't. And my cousin has, hers is more of a realistic style. But the three of us have those tattoos together, kind of. The last tattoo we're going to talk about is the first one I ever got. It's this white ink tattoo of a heart that I added some lavender to over time because I got tired of people asking me if I was into scarification. Heads up, adding purple to a white ink tattoo does not make people think that you're not into scarification. It makes people think that you're like bruised. So not my best plan. It was my first tattoo, and actually a weird story behind it. You know how as a kid you play with pencils and you like draw on yourself with the pencils? Well, I did it so many times that my hand got infected with this heart, and I had the scar for years. Because being a dumb kid, I picked at the scabs that were forming with all this graphite coming out of my hand. As I got older, it started fading away, and I was like, I liked it. Like, I liked that scar. It was something that I didn't hate. So when I was old enough to get a tattoo, I was like, I'm getting a white ink tattoo. It's gonna be that heart. And it was, the scar was still very faint, but they traced over it. And yeah, that was my first tattoo. Not really an exciting story, not an exciting reason to get a tattoo. I just liked it and I didn't want it to go away, so I tattooed it onto myself. The reason I did this video today is because I feel like we don't always get to know each other. Like, I do the vlogs and I'll do makeup videos, but they're not really, we're not getting to know each other in those. It's just like, hey, look at what I'm doing. Sometimes I think it's nice to sit down and like have a conversation, you know? Anyways, if you guys like this video, please hit like, comment down below, and hit subscribe so I can see you guys next time. Oh. Would have worked better if my chair kept spinning.